Welcome back to Macquarie's School of Warrants. In this series, we're going to look at the advantages of trading warrants and discuss why they're popular with investors in Malaysia. The number one advantage of warrants is the gearing effect. In short, warrants move in greater percentages than their underlying shares. So, if a share goes up by 5%, it's not unusual for the accompanying warrant to increase by 50%. Because of this, warrants allow investors the potential to increase their investment returns. As you know, warrants are priced at a fraction of the cost of their underlying shares. Because of this, the trading costs for warrants are much lower than if you'd purchased the actual shares, which means more profit potential for investors. Now, warrants aren't the only securities that benefit from gearing. Margin loans, CFDs, and futures do as well. But unlike those examples, with warrants, even though your exposure to the underlying shares increases, your total capital risk is still limited to the amount you pay upfront. That means there are no margin calls, and you will never be asked to pay extra if your initial view turns out to be wrong. This ability to increase your effective exposure while limiting your capital risk has made warrants very popular among investors across Asia. You can buy warrants over both stocks and indices. Stock warrants offer you exposure to an individual stock, while index warrants allow you to take a view on the market as a whole. With index warrants, you don't need to pick stocks and worry about company announcements or profit warnings. You simply choose which direction you think the market is headed and buy a warrant that matches your view. Index warrants are offered over a range of different markets, allowing you to get exposure to movements in foreign stock markets without leaving Bursa Malaysia. For this reason, index warrants are one of the most powerful tools available for warrant investors. And remember, you can choose between call or put warrants, allowing to profit from both rises and falls in the market. Next, we'll discuss how to get started with warrants with a simple 4-step process for selecting the warrants that are right for you.